Hi everybody, this is Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977, and today is Wednesday, February 5th. It's 11:15. My husband is on the way to the bank and then to the store. I wanted just to update people on what has been going on this week. So as I said in my last video, my mother, we were supposed to go out Tuesday. I wasn't feeling good because I had extra homework to do in between his class. So I texted her at 8:30 to let her know we wasn't going to be able to make it. But if she wanted, she could come pick up her birthday and Christmas gift that would be in the mailbox for her. I only did that because she wouldn't have just taken it, opened it, said thank you, and left. She would have wanted to stay. And he only had an hour in between classes. I texted her again at 9:30 to see if she got the first one. So she came all the way over here at 10:35. She was here for about 30 minutes. She kept banging on the door every 5 minutes. It was very annoying. And then she finally left. The last time she banged on the door was about 11. And then I heard her go into my mailbox, which is on the first floor, not the second. That's how loud she is. So she got her gift and everything, but when people do that, it stresses my dog out. She doesn't like loud noises at all. Lightning and thunder, heavy winds bother her, fireworks bother her, just the ambulance or police officers going down the road. She doesn't like it at all. So she was already antsy. And then Thursday, my sister came over 9:30, banging on the door. She was calling my cell phone before 6 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't know what was going on. I got up at 7:30. I texted her. I didn't hear back from her. So I'm doing what I need to do. My husband's at school, and she comes here at 9:30, and not making much sense. Thinking people are trying to harm her in some way. I don't know. Apparently, she needed to get food before 6 o'clock in the morning when there's no place open to get food at that time. So it was just really strange. And then when she came over at 9:30, she had cat food, Gatorade, like 5 frozen meals, and 4 boxes of mac and cheese. I don't know. And the weird thing is she lives about 35 minutes away from me, and that's with no traffic. You have to go on the highway. And 10 minutes down the road from her, there is a grocery store. And there's like a Family Dollar and a Rite Aid and things like that. So I'm really, really confused about why she needed to go like 3 cities over to do food shopping. And unfortunately, when people are not taking care of their mental health properly, they don't make much sense. So I had to deal with her for 2 hours, yelling, throwing her phone, throwing herself on the floor. I live on a second floor. You can't be doing that. So me and my husband wanted to do her a favor. She didn't want to go back home, and my husband had to go back to school. And she wasn't going to stay here with me. So we brought her down the road to Comfort Inn. They told me on the phone that they accept cash. When we got there, they said they don't. I don't know why the kid said that we accept cash because everybody heard the conversation. He told me, yeah, we accept cash, but we'll probably take $100 deposit and then give it back to her once we look at the room when she leaves. Okay. She needed to stay out here because she had something to do Monday that she couldn't miss. So maybe that's, I don't know, she just said people were trying to hurt her, but in and out of conversations that she was having, she was concerned that she wouldn't be able to get out here Monday. So she was supposed to stay there 4 nights. She paid for 3. And then 2 hours after she got dropped off, she left. She wanted a cash refund, which they will not do. We did not find out until 8:30 at night. I just said to my husband something's not right because her phone's completely off. It just goes right to voicemail. Like she turned it off. So I called and they said the notes say that 1:15 she wanted to leave. She kept going back and forth to her room to, I guess, get her cell phone. And, finally she made up her mind. I have no clue where she went. We did not start to hear from her until Saturday evening. By Saturday evening, my cell phone was no longer and is no longer active because we were concerned if she got a receipt with our information on it. We did stay there before for 2 nights last February. And when we stayed there, when you leave, they give you another receipt. And that would have had all our information. So we canceled the card. And then we were told from the bank that a deposit for 2 days was going to be given back to us, but 2 days would be missing. And when I'm looking at the total, I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. Because she would have paid over $800 for 4 nights. So apparently there was confusion. And my husband went Sunday to the hotel and wanted to know exactly what was going on, who took care of her and stuff like that. And the kid turned around and said that when she came down at 1:15, at first she didn't want a refund and that she wanted to know if she wanted to stay another night and not leave Sunday, how would we go about doing that? And the kid told her, it's not your card. The card that was used is not in your name, so we cannot do that. That person would have to come down. And I guess that really made her mad. So she ended up leaving. So we did the right thing. They held 1 night. We gave her 2 nights back. And, we asked her not to come back. And then there was yelling going on. And my husband told her what he thought. She didn't like that. And she went down the stairs. And then she flipped him off and said a couple of things. I couldn't hear what she was saying. And then she left. And I think we haven't heard from her since. I know somebody keeps texting my cell phone, but it doesn't tell me the number because my cell phone's not on. So I can only guess it might be her, but I blocked her and then I deleted her cell phone number. So I'm not sure if it would still go through or, I've blocked people before for a few weeks and I never received any of their text messages or a notification, but it could be because my phone's not really on. I can use Wi-Fi and that's how I'm going to post this video, but I can't receive phone calls or text messages until we get our new card. And I mean, this is the 4th time that we had to cancel our card and get a new one. This time we had to pay $25 to do it because it wasn't lost or stolen or hacked or anything. It was just, we want to be safe. And I think anybody would want to do that and be safe. So we will never do this again. I don't care how desperate somebody is. We're not doing anything like this again for anybody. We just wanted her to leave. We didn't want to have to call the cops and have her trespassed. And, and my landlord lives here. My landlord's grandchildren were here at the time. She had clients downstairs, doing their hair. She's a hairstylist. It was just really crazy. So yeah, that was Thursday, her coming over, being in. And then Monday, before she had to go do her, whatever she had to do, finally my husband texted her and told her to come and get her money. And she was here in about 15 minutes. So no car, she's walking, I don't know. We even gave her some food that we had in the freezer that she could put in the microwave because she was concerned she wouldn't have enough food for 4 days. I gave her some clothes to wear. Probably never going to see those again. We try to help her out. Can't do it anymore. It's making me very ill. mentally and physically. And now my dog is jumping and has been jumpy ever since last Tuesday when my mom was knocking like a mad person. So it's enough. It's at least 5 days of stress, because she's now texting my husband's phone when she realized mine wasn't on. And then she tried to call and text again multiple times Sunday. And I only know this because she forwarded the message to my husband. And it said, "Hi, sister," which means she was still trying to text my cell phone that's not on. And then she came here Monday at 10:30, banging on the door. And she started to text my husband at 8 o'clock in the morning. And he finally told her at 9, "Kelly's phone's not on." And she was just like very upset that he didn't say that he would give her money or not give her money or whatever. So, but she got her money, and hopefully we don't have to deal with this anymore. And then, I tried to talk to my mom yesterday, and she's just like, "I don't want to hear it. I don't care. You Facebook me explaining what happened. That's enough. You don't have to vocally tell me. I'm sick of listening to it." And then she wanted to tell me all about her problems. You told me 4 times now about IRS and disability, rent may go up, and I need a new car, and now I ain't got money for tires for it, and all this stuff. Telling me she got no food to eat, she's starving, she's losing weight, she's really sick. And then she tells me she went to bingo, and you have to pay to play bingo. So I'm just lost. And bingo's in another state. She has to drive about an hour there. So I was just like, "Okay, Mom, well, we talked for like an hour, and, I got things to do. It's getting late. I'm tired. So, you have a good night, and we'll talk soon." But I am not going to be calling her for a while. I mean, that was just, I feel rude. And then she wanted to talk about, and my family doesn't care about me, and they didn't throw me a birthday party, and they never invite me over for Thanksgiving and Christmas. The first year me and my husband were together, we had her here for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. She didn't pay for anything. She didn't bring anything. We paid for everything. So I just let her know that's not true. You were over here. What are you talking about? Last year, I tried to have a birthday party for her. We had a blizzard. I went out and I bought all this food, and it was supposed to be like 10 people here. So it's like, no, we're not doing it anymore. We're not doing it again. Then she's telling me about her love life, and I don't care. I don't tell you about my love life. What you do in the bedroom, I don't need to know. And she'll just tell anybody anything, and it's kind of embarrassing and uncomfortable. So enough of that, but that has been my week. So great. I think today I'm just gonna relax and play my cell phone games, and maybe play The Sims 4 some more and get through the college. That's what I've been trying to do. But I have not played a video game since all this started Tuesday. It's just, I can't, and I'm still, as you can see, I'm pacing back and forth now, and I keep looking out the window every time I hear a noise, and my husband's a little jumpy as well. So it just sucks. Even the dog, she keeps jumping. She thinks somebody's at the door, and there's nobody at the door. So out here in Vermont, we are going to be getting a small snowstorm. They've been talking about it all week. First it was like 3 inches, then it went up to 7. Now they're saying between 8 and 13. It's supposed to start tomorrow. They said when the sun comes up, so about 5. They said some hours are going to be heavier than others, where you can get 1 to 2 inches an hour. Stay home if you can. So they started the winter advisory for Thursday, 4 a.m. till Friday, 10 p.m. Friday, there's going to be some ice after the storm stops. So, that's what's going on there. So my husband got some groceries, but we need more, especially if he's not going to be able to get out of the house for a few days. So he's leaving. He left school, go to the bank and get some food and come home. I got some shells and meatballs in the oven. So what I did was I used chunky salsa. And, I put everything out and I put the salsa on it. And then I had a can of stewed tomatoes that are sliced. And those have peppers and onions in it. It's no salt added. So I put that on top of the meatballs and then put the rest of the liquid that was left on top of the shells to make sure the shells don't get all crusty. And then I season the top of it with sea salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder, and some cheese on top, grated cheese. And then what I'm going to do in about 10 minutes, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to stir everything really good and put some cheese on top and put it back in to melt. So he's never had it that way, but sometimes I like to do it that way because it tastes so good. Or you can even do like Velveeta cheese. You melt it and then you pour it on top and cook it like that. Oh, that's good too. Or Alfredo sauce. I mean, there's so many things you can do. It's just, I think a lot of people are afraid to do something and maybe they won't like it and have to waste food and stuff, which I understand that, but I eat weird, so yeah. So we're doing that right now. So that's my vlog. I hope everybody has a great day. If you watch this, I do appreciate it. If you've ever had friends or family members like this, don't hesitate to let me know, talk about it. If you want to vent, you can vent on these videos. I do not mind. I will respond to you. If I can give any advice, I will. If I can tell you how maybe I was in the same situation, how I handled it, I have no problem doing that either. So, yes, do not hesitate. So, hopefully, tomorrow I will have another video to post of Them and Us, which will be part 3. I must say, the aiming and shooting in the game is a lot different than when it first came out. And they've been fixing bugs for 2 weeks now. So they said that they are ready to move forward with the last part of the game. And it's $20 right now if you wanted to buy it in early access. There's roughly 4 or 5 hours of gameplay. Just depends if you get stuck on puzzles and stuff. And when the game is fully released, it should be about 8 hours, they said. Maybe 10. They are also adding another extra game mode, like a little side story. And they have a Halloween event that you can always play. I haven't been able to do very good in it, but I did try it. So if you do watch this, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Peppy wants to say bye.